Hello everyone, today we're gonna go straight to the tutorial on how you do blank scopes to this season 6. You're gonna wanna tap your scope in button and fire even before you finish the scope in animation. Ready? I'm gonna show you. You just have to center, scope in, and joking aside, today we're gonna talk about one of the hidden buffs in Season 6 that nobody seems to be talking about. You already got baited by the thumbnail, title, and the intro. We're here to talk about this season's blank scoping buff. Or did it? If you weren't here long before 2021's Season 4, you know that sniper scope in speed and blank scope accuracy got nerfed. Here's a clip from Pat's tweet from the Season 4 test server. This was applied from Seasons 4 to 5, and here's how blank scoping looks like in Season 6. In simple terms, blank scoping is when you scope in and fire without finishing the scope animation. This means mastering this will give you the fastest quick scopes you can do inside the game. You can kill enemies by barely seeing the target through your scope. Sure, you can somehow rely on hipfire when sniping in close ranges, but blank scoping will give us the assurance that we will get the kill as long as we align our crosshairs to the enemy's lethal hitboxes. And with the buff, you can even hit medium range shots without even fully scoping in, something that you couldn't do since the Season 4 nerf. Mastering this technique will give you a fighting chance in close range against SMGs and shotguns. If you haven't seen one of my countless sniping tutorials on this channel, I'm going to show you how to achieve blank scoping this season. One of the prerequisites in order to do blank scoping is making sure you know how to manual scope. Just go to Controls, MP mode, Advanced mode, and tap this icon with the cog wheel and enable hipfire on sniper and marksman rifles. Now that you have that enabled, you're gonna have to ADS and fire using separate buttons. 3 or more fingers may be required to do this, but hey, if you can do manual scoping with 2 fingers, props to you. For basic settings, you need to have ADS button for rotation setting off. I mentioned this on my other videos, and basically this eliminates any movement when you're tapping or holding the ADS or scope in button. Scrolling down under ADS, we have 4 but really 3 options. Tap and hold to ADS. This requires holding down the button to scope in and letting go to scope out. Tap to ADS requires you to tap once to scope in and tap again to scope out. Now for hybrid, this one mixes the previous two, and you're gonna have to have a feel on how to toggle both. Same mechanics apply, but you can use tap to ADS for hard scoping or pre-aiming, and tap and hold to ADS for quick scopes. And double tap to ADS, don't use this because it will turn your quick scopes into slow scopes. Now that's out of the way, we can finally learn how to do blank scopes. It's a bit nuanced for this season because from what I remember, you don't even need to see through the scope before firing. All you have to do is tap on your scope button, wait for the moment you can see through your scope, fire, then scope out. You have to practice to get the timing right because too early and you'll end up using the hipfire bullet spread instead. You're gonna have to wait a few frames after you see your scope reticle before even firing to take advantage of the blank scope bullet spread. Practice this in training mode, beginning with the targets in front of you. When you start getting the hang of it, practice on the dummy next to the target practice. This will give you an idea on where to aim your crosshair whenever you blank scope to cover the lethal hitboxes depending on the sniper or marksman rifle that you're using. If you're not ready to do it in ranked yet, practice on a public match like Hardpoint Shipment to simulate those close to medium range situations. If you've got a friend, ask them for a friendly 1v1 to practice your sniping. Blank scoping already makes our quick scopes faster, but how do you make it even faster? It's all about the little things we can do before scoping in. Centering, basically placing your crosshair in lanes or corners where enemies might appear, or snapping to enemies before you even tap on the scope in button. A gunsmith build with a faster ADS speed will also give you an advantage because the sooner you can peek through your scope, the sooner you can fire. To have some fun with blank scoping, here's a build you can try out that I'm using. I got this from Signu. You can use 6x scope if you want, but I'm using the 3x tactical scope 1 because of the cleaner reticle. Blank scoping is very useful for players who like to play snipers, and mastering it will give you the ability to challenge close to medium range gunfights. That's it for today's video about blank scoping. Do you think it's useful as an overall player? If you do, leave a like because it lets me know you want more videos like this one. And oh, share this to your friend that needs some sniper practice. For today's question, I want to know, which sniper are you using this season? Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.